sports writer Chris Yukis, and I'm here with NT sports editor Kevin Klum and sports writer Jared Bell. They both got the memo on the green shirt today.
He didn't. What's up with that?
Oh, you know, dare to be different. Today on NT Prep Preview, we're going to play Thursday morning quarterback and look ahead at this week's high school football action. Guys, who are some of the teams that had great starts to the season in week one?
Well, the big winner of week one was Mother Nature. She decided that she didn't want pretty much any of us to work on Friday night, but Bureau Valley had a great start in their win over Hall. It was a 42-21 victory. BV started strong. They closed the first half on a 20-0 run and kind of just pretty much ran out the game in the second half. It was a great start for the Storm.
You know, another team that had a great start was St. Bede over at the Harbor in Amboy. The Bruins got a touchdown in just a minute and a half into their game just before the lightning struck, and then picked back up Saturday with about 34 more unanswered points, something like that, and they rolled to a 41-6 win over the Clippers. It was pretty much a demolition over there at the Harbor.
Yeah, it sounds pretty impressive. There's a couple other teams that also won over the weekend. Mendota had I think a 37-yard field goal or something like that with 37 seconds left from Ryan Reeder to win the game against Marengo. River Valley won, and they were 1-0 for the first time ever. And then Marquette put up 621 yards of offense to beat Rockford Christian. Rockford Christian
yes.
Life.
The life.
Yes, the crew. They're rolling again.
I think the Crusaders put the life in that game.
Yes, there you go. Well, guys, who are some of the big matchups this week on the prep football gridiron?
I think the obvious big game of the week is Bureau Valley at St. Bede. Like you guys talked about, they both had great week one games, big wins. They're both pretty talented. It's a conference crossover this year, so not as much in the line, but still should be an exciting game at the Academy on Friday.
Well, you also mentioned River Valley starting 1-0 for the first time in program history. They try to go 2-0 this week at home against Monmouth United. Monmouth United played at West Prairie last week, who is probably the worst team in the conference, so it's tough to get engaged on them, but you would hope that the Falcons can go 2-0. You also have LP traveling to state-ranked Washington. You have Erie Prophetstown coming to Hall this week. We have Rockford Christian, not Rockford Christian Live, but Rockford Christian coming to Mendota, and that was a great week two matchup last year. You also have Aurora Marmion at Ottawa this week, which it's a new week two matchup for both those teams. That was Chicago Steinmetz for years for Ottawa. Mm-hmm. Different look though. Hopefully they can do well. Marmion won in week one. You also have Christian Liberty Academy playing host to Marquette on Saturday. You also have Fieldcrest at state-ranked Leroy. So, like Kevin said, the game of the week is BV St. Bede's a great game. The other games are kind of a little different, but hopefully our teams can pull through and get a win.
Well, you forgot about Newman at Princeton. Princeton had a pretty rude welcoming to the conference last week. 46-0 lost to Morrison, and now they have to host Newman, who lost last week when they were ranked very highly, and so they're probably going to be coming in pretty upset. Might take it out on the Tigers.
And how about this start for the Storm, or for the Tigers? Not only did they lose to the last week at Morrison, their bus broke down at Morrison, so the kids had to find rides back to Princeton. I mean, when it rains, it pours in Princeton. Pun very much intended given the weekend, but it was just a bad start to the season for the Tigers.
Welcome to the Three Rivers. It's going to be a tough go for the Tigers this year.
And Newman's probably mad that they lost, so it could be even worse for Princeton this week.
I've heard the Newman squad, the talk in the press box, might be a little down this year, but still not bad for the Tigers. Yeah. Well, now it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the week, NT Prep Preview Powerhouse Players.
Powerhouse
Players of the week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week. How's that?
Well, guys, our first powerhouse player is Bureau Valley's junior quarterback, Parker Newhoff, and he ran for 3 first-half touchdowns against Hall. And, oh, by the way, he threw for a 4th first-half touchdown. Had a great start to the season for Parker.
We have another quarterback. Well, I think it's the quarterback edition today.
It's the quarterback club.
We had Tom Miller from River Valley. He ran for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, threw for 105 yards and 3 touchdowns in the Falcons' big win.
And last but not least, we got Jumpin' Jack Flash Brady. The St. Bede quarterback had probably the best debut in Academy history for a quarterback. We're still looking at Tom McGonigal to back some of these numbers up for me, but he had 232 yards all in the first half, 0 and 5 touchdowns.
How about 5 strikes lightning?
5 lightning strikes. This guy's on fire. So are we. Check us out next week at www.newstrib.com/
/.
Sports. Week.